is happening, fellow fantasy GMs? I am JJ Wang. He is the bearded one, DJ Dub. And with our powers combined, we are the Fantasy Couriers.
Playoffs week 2, JJ Wang. Before we recorded, I should have just talked before. This is the longest. There's the movie. What is it? The longest. I don't know. I lost it now. But this is the longest weekend of football. It's going to be a roller coaster of emotions, of spectacular joy, hatred, excitement, and destitution. I can't speak English right now.
Yeah, I mean, I wish it was all on Sunday. So, like I said earlier, I mean, so it would only ruin one day and not my whole weekend. Because I mean, if I have a bad one Thursday, it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth, and you're worried all weekend. Can't worry about anything. There's a lot going on this weekend. I mean, fantasy should be the least of your worries, but unfortunately, fantasy is probably at the top of your worries. So,
Fantasy took over Christmas this year. Well, it's I mean, it goes Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and it's not like there's one, this is crazy. Like there's value each day. And then you think Sunday you'd be comfortable. No. Monday, there's a lot of big, like championship games will not be over until Monday because of all the names on Christmas. Like Monday, Christmas night, not even early. We're talking 11:30 Monday night after it starts Thursday and this all ridiculousness. It's just going to be a long Christmas, man. And we're going to be tired. But we love it, right?
Yeah, because in 2 weeks we'll be complaining it's over, and then we'll be like, oh man, I really missed those miserable 4-day weekends that we used to have. But hey, man,
it's gonna be one of those. So I got a couple questions to get us going in. As we go in, Kyle in his league, it's championship week. I don't have to do double weeks, or if they're just doing it a week earlier, a smaller league. Stafford or Browning?
Oh, that's a very good question. I would like to say Stafford just because I feel like it's a little safer. Because I mean, a big old longer, a bigger picture. But I mean, Browning is playing hot, but I would probably play it safe and just go Stafford. But I mean, I would fight you if you didn't. But I mean, it's tough. I mean, that's a very. I mean, I'm surprisingly interested how hard that one is to determine.
And the thing is, he'll know the answer by 8:00 on Saturday because they're the first 2 games of the week.
Who would you pick? Who are you picking there?
I think I gotta go Stafford. The Rams are at home. The Bengals are going to the Steelers. The Steelers have been terrible, but Browning's been hot.
Gotta come back down to earth at some point. But I mean, it's hard. It's hard, man.
Yeah, you're flipping a coin, whoever you pick. I usually say, this is the wrong pick.
But honestly, if it's who you've been playing all year, I mean, if you've been playing Stafford more, then continue playing Stafford. But I mean, if you've been playing Browning the last 3 weeks, well, then sure, you might as well just keep playing him because he's hot. But I mean, if you've been playing Stafford, I would pick Stafford.
For our boy Forrest from the Dynasty Diamonds has a couple questions for us. Bills or Browns defense? You got the Bills going up against the San Diego Superchargers and the Browns versus the Texans, and I believe no CJ Stroud.
If the Bills are going up against I think we're going to go with the Bills against the Chargers.
They made the Raiders look spectacular, right?
yeah. I think it'd be a little different, but yeah, I'm still going Bills.
And then he wants us to pick 2: Javonte Williams, Bijan, Jerome Ford, or Ty Chandler.
So I got to pick between Bijan and Ty Chandler. That's what this world has come to. We've got to question. We got to question this. I mean, who would have thought at the beginning of the year we're questioning?
We got to pick 2, so you could pick both of them.
Well, yeah, I understand, but the fact that it's got to this point. What was the other 2? I lost my control.
Jerome Ford and Javonte Williams.
I'm still gonna go Bijan. I like Ty Chandler. I might go Ty Chandler, but Jerome Ford is he might. I'll go Jerome Ford. If he plays, I know he was.
Ford and Bijan.
I'll go Ford and Bijan.
Okay. No,
I do like Chandler. My mind could change by the end of the episode, so we'll see.
There's been a lot of poop this year for Chandler. I can't
You're all
one
that's
week of deliciousness doesn't make all the poop taste go away.
I agree 100%. That's why I would lean for it.
So Britton wants to know his playoffs actually starts this week. He needs 2 more wins for the title. He's in pretty good shape. He wants to know what we're thinking. His quarterbacks Josh Allen, cool. Wide receiver 1-2, RB1, RB2 with Cup, DJ Moore, CMC, and Kyron Williams. Money. Kicker Tyler Bass, doesn't matter. Defense is Indy. Thanks for that. That's a tip from me. I've been riding Indy through the playoffs as well. First question for tight end. He's got Kincaid, but he's worried about that. Should he swap in Tucker Kraft?
Oh God,
I would.
it makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, I could go that. I could lean that route. I mean, I could.
I'm doing it. Locked and loaded. Locked and loaded. Tucker Kraft almost cost me a game last week because I had to go against him. Second one, flex spots. We're looking for 2. Montgomery, Zeke, Chandler, Addison, Noah Brown, or Josh Downs.
It's a lot of people, man.
I'm going with Zeke and Montgomery,
Right?
I think.
My God, I think I might stick with. Might stick Chandler in here. I'm going to go.
Over Zeke or Monty?
That's the tough question here. I'm going to put him over Zeke. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Zeke's
That's,
the Zeke's a 3-down back, man. I'm not sitting a 3-down back for a
well, I
pile
mean,
of.
Chandler's a 3 down back too. There's nobody else there.
Yeah, I'll watch you. So we want you to start Monty, then you pick the other 2. I say Zeke, JJ Wang says Chandler. Okay, Bert wants to know with Stroud likely out, Stafford on Thursday, so you have to do it soon, or pick up Baker. And to answer your question, Baker's playing the Jags.
Stafford is lead. I'm going to go Baker here. I think the ceiling is a little higher for Baker than it is for the Rams. They like to run a lot more, and I think the Bucks like to pass a lot more. So I'll go Baker. As much as it hurts to say that, I'll go Baker there.
Straight up question from Chris: are the Eagles in trouble?
I mean, they are right now, but I feel like all these good teams have gone through bad stretches. I mean, we forget that the 49ers went through that stretch, and we were saying they were just dreadful. Are they in trouble? And now look at them. So, yeah, I mean, it's a rough patch. 3 games. It's a bad time to go through it, but I mean, there's still plenty of time to recover. They're pretty much in the playoffs. There's still a chance for home field. But, I mean, I think they're fine. I mean, I think they'll pull through this.
Josh wants to know. Chase is out this week. He posted it before it was official, but Chase is out. So Nico Collins without possibly C.J. Stroud or Deontay Johnson. I think it's an easy answer.
I'm gonna go Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, I'm with Deontay as well. I think Deontay goes in. As we're getting here, it's probably one of our last. This will be our last listener questions until off-season questions. Because next week, guys, we are going to once a week. We do midweeks because we're not going to record on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. So we record Wednesday the next 2 weeks, then get back on a regular Sunday weekly schedule. So that's our listener questions for the year. But now it's time for. Game by game preview. Okay, here we go. The games that never end, going on forever. Every team is playing. We're done with buys. This is the next to last game of most championships. Unless you do 2 weeks championships, you might have started 2 weeks ago or something wild and crazy. Who knows? There's leagues all over the crazy wild place that do wild things. So we have Thursday night Saints versus the Rams. We're looking at what could be a battle of 2 running backs as the stars of this game, I would say. So who has the better night, Williams or Kamara? They score differently. They score their points differently.
Yeah, I'm going to go Kyron Williams. Even though I have been impressed by Kamara, I think he's been very, very fantastic. I didn't think it was going to happen, but I mean, he's continued to be the same guy as always. But I like Kyron Williams here. He's been a real player for these guys.
Is this a Puka or a Koopa week for the Rams?
I'm still going to go. I'm going to Cooper Kupp. I think he's still the wide receiver 1, so I'll bet on him before I bet on the other guy.
That's not a bad pick at all. I was trying to look real quick. Chris Olave will play Thursday night. Chris Olave or Puka? Puka's been down a smidge. Would you start
I'm gonna go.
Olave?
I'll go. I'll go Olave there.
Okay, that's Thursday night. Of course, it's either going to be. I don't think there's any middle grounds for Thursday night games. Either you're like, wow, that's a lot of points, or man, my team just got jacked. But there's guys on there that should be setting yourself up for success. I got Alvin Kamara on one team that I'm trying to roll with, and we'll see. A team where I'm the number 2 seed, but the number 1 seed laid an egg last week, so now I'm essentially the number 1 seed. Okay, so we're going to the Saturday games. There are 2 games on Saturday. Hopefully, you have the Peacock Network because they are exclusively airing one of the games. 4:30 on NBC is the first game. The Bengals at the Steelers, which used to be a good game. Now somehow the Bengals are the good team. The Steelers are the bad team, and the Bengals' star quarterback is out. Their star receiver is out. T. Higgins stepped up big time last week. Are we seeing a repeat performance of T. Higgins against a decent Steelers secondary?
I think so. I mean, he's the number one guy that like he's the only alpha that guy they got there. So I mean, Browning's been playing good, and if he continues playing the way he has been, I mean, he Higgins has got to be good, right?
Yeah, and I've been a little out of it since Sunday after we recorded. I forgot to tell you this. Since we recorded on Sunday, I had a temperature of 101 after we recorded, and I've been laying down up until today was the first day going, and I thought I was hearing things or I was hallucinating. Nope. Mason Rudolph is possibly going to start for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Does that, like, how low does that lower? I mean, you're not starting. Pickens is borderline even startable right now. Deontay, you're getting because you might pass him because he gets PPR. How is he borderline flex? Right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because I think he's safe. I think he works for any quarterback. I think he's like a quarterback's best friend. So yeah, I think the targets. I think targets are be there. At least we've seen Mason Rudolph play in the NFL, so we know he's capable. I mean, it's not. This is the first game of many, so he might come in like be okay. It won't take long. But it's probably gonna be bad. But I think Deontay's the safest.
Okay. Saturday night on Peacock. So if you don't have the Peacock network, you're not watching this. All you
Yes, I'm not
WWE
watching it.
fans, you can watch it the same place that has
That's
pay per
right.
view. Yeah.
I do got Peacock. I
I was
forgot
gonna
all about
say.
that.
Yeah, you can get ready, and day 1 is going to be part of Raw. You won't miss anything until Royal Rumble. So I don't know if I have it logged on where I'll be, so I got it logged on here. I got to ask my. But the Bills and the Chargers. Bills are going to go to 9-6. But it was a weird win on Sunday. Right now, James Cook has the Jalen Hurts syndrome. He's sick as a dog right now. But it's Saturday, so he's got plenty of time. We're recording this Wednesday night, so I would assume he's better. The Chargers let the Raiders just run rampart on them. But we saw this happen before to the Broncos. What are the Bills going to do? How confident are you in Cook, Diggs? I mean, Diggs didn't do poo. Cook, Diggs, and Allen. I mean, you're locked and loaded, but how do you think
I
they'll
will.
do with the?
I mean, I will say I'm pretty confident the Bills will roll this game. I don't think Easton Stick is going to play that well to bring them back. I mean, they're really struggling. So I don't think it's going to be a close game. But I also didn't think it was going to be a close game when Aaron Rodgers went down. Zach Wilson came in and the Jets beat them. So, I mean, I know in the back of my mind, I know that this Bills team can lay a stinker, but I'm still 95% confident that this isn't going to be close.
And the Chargers, we don't know what they're going to do because it's a new coach in. They might try to reinvent the wheel or look cute. Last week they basically set Eckler and let Isaiah Spiller get 16 carries for 50 yards. Our boy who hasn't done poo and
Hey,
Palmer was like, hey, he looked terrible. 16 for 56 or something like that. But Palmer was like the waiver wire pickup of the week because he went bonkers. Keenan Allen probably will be back. What's your feeling on these Chargers? As who is startable? Keenan Allen?
I
Are
mean,
you starting
probably not.
Palmer in the playoffs?
I'm not starting any of these. I mean, Keenan Allen. I guess the only name you can start. I mean, I wouldn't be can't start Eckler because nothing's going to change because they've already said they was going to try other things. I don't even know if you can start Eckler at this point. Keenan. I mean, it's tough. I wouldn't start any of them, man.
I think you got to start Keenan because he's so high in value. At this point with injuries,
You're
well,
right.
if you made it through last week without Keenan, you probably, yeah, I think you got to start them. So now, Christmas Eve, the Sunday slate is locked and loaded. There are a bajillion games at 1 o'clock. So we're looking first Colts and Cardinals. My Colts defense. This is why I said to get the Colts defense for the playoffs because they're Colts and Cards, Colts and Falcons because they're playing the Taylor Heineke led Atlanta Falcons with that stud running back Bijan Robinson, that guy who doesn't catch balls named Drake London, and that superstar tight end Kyle Pitts. Are you start Drake London
I'm not starting
this
Drake London. I'm not starting Drake London. I'm not doing it.
I might have to. I'm kind of worried. I did pick up
I'm
some
not
guys
doing
off waivers. Colts. I haven't heard. I was gonna look it up. Pittman was knocked out after the Pittman hit. The guy that hit him, he is Diamante Kazi. Diamante
it. I don't know who that
Kazi
guy is. I don't know.
got suspended for the rest of the season after the
Ouch.
hit on Pittman. So I was trying. He got limited practices, so keep an eye on him. There's a talk that Jonathan Taylor should be back, so that should help the Colts. If Jonathan Taylor's not back, are you starting Trey Sermon?
No way, man. There's
But
no.
running backs are hurt.
I
You might have had Zach Moss, and he's hurt. So do you have to start Trey Sermon, or do you?
Well, I mean, yeah, okay. All right, let me rephrase this. If you have to
You're
start
not
Trey
getting cute, is what you're
Sermon,
saying.
sure, go start. You got to start Trey Sermon, but if I got another option. If I'm starting Jalen, would you like Jalen Warren or Trey Sermon? Ooh,
That's a gross pick. I don't want to pick. I
that
think
is a
if
gross
there's
pick.
no other Colts running, if there's no other Colts running back, it's Trey Sermon because
I
the Bengals
guess.
defense is terrible.
What
But yeah,
about
that should be
Najee? What
terrible.
about Najee Harris or Trey Sermon?
That's still close too. I'd probably start Najee just because he might fall in for a touchdown and his
Wow.
2.1 yards per carry. It's disgustingly close. The Packers are going to abuse the Panthers after laying an egg. Dontravian Wicks, he's the guy I picked up over Drake London. Do you start him over Drake London?
Absolutely. I am starting
Okay,
that.
I am. I'm taking your
I,
advice.
no, fine. I think there's a better chance of Dontavius Wicks having 80 yards than Drake London getting 10 yards.
15.
Or it doesn't matter. It's terrible. But
Christian Watson keep.
of course, he'll kill it this week. And
It's every other week. Yeah, he only had one. Christian Watson, keep an eye on. I haven't heard officially anything about him, but it's early in the week. This is that Wednesday report when everybody's questionable, or except for I saw one person went healthy. I think Jonathan Taylor went healthy, and everyone else went questionable on the face of the planet Earth. The Panthers, even if you made it this far, do you start Thielen?
no, I'm like, or if you got to start Thielen, then sure. But I mean, I'd probably start Wicks over Thielen.
Okay, got a question for you. Say you have Javonte Williams or Chuba Hubbard.
I might go Chuba Hubbard there. I mean,
I am. I was gonna say I am. I've had to. It's Chuba, Javonte, Miles Taylor. I forget, it's a gross pick, and I was like, it's on a good team. But Chuba's been solid. Like if you're looking for a guy that
solid.
somehow fantasy solid the last month, it's like this is the Chuba that I thought coming into the league. He just fell into a team that didn't want to play him.
He just
Okay, the
need to
Browns.
not lose you a game, and I think he can do that.
The Joe Flacco led Browns versus the. It depends who they decide this week. Case Keenum, I don't know why they decided your boy Davis Mills led Texans. Noah Brown or Amari Cooper?
I think Amari Cooper.
Oh, otherwise we're looking. You mentioned you might start Jerome Ford. Texans are looking kind of brutal. Dalton Schultz kind of pooped the bed without C.J. Stroud. I mean, Stroud is the cog in this offense. It proves how good of a pick they really made, right?
Surprised that the quarterback is the cog in the offense. But
a
yeah,
young good one. I mean, look at the Panthers. Their quarterback's terrible.
I agree, but I mean, also, I mean, he had those good wide receivers as well. So I mean, they everybody has just completely fell apart there. So I mean, it's tough to
I mean,
start.
they're not the
Anything
49ers. The 49ers cog is not a quarterback. We know that. It's been proven.
That's not true.
Debo. Okay. 1 o'clock. Lions at the Vikings. This is a busy slate. There's going to be lots of screens on my TV. Oh, wait. I won't even be home. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I'm gonna be eating lunch at the in-laws. Be like, hey, I'm taking over the TV, people. The Lions at the Vikings. We're looking at Nick Mullins versus Jared Goff. We're looking at Justin Jefferson versus Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jordan Addison. There's nothing. I mean, Ty Chandler. You're playing all these guys. Ty Chandler. Where would you put him in running backs? Like
What do you
14,
mean?
15? What running back would he be?
Oh God, I think I would love to say like 13, but I don't know if I have that much confidence. I mean, I do like me some Ty Chandler, but I'm a pretty biased guy. I don't know if I can go that high on Ty Chandler, like you said, after only one game. But I want to believe. So that, it's Christmas, right? I want to believe. So you know what? I am going to believe. There's nothing against it.
So what number?
We'll go 13.
13. So you're going the Halloween number on Christmas. Good job.
All in.
Nick Mullins, super flex start this week with all of those receivers and Ty Chandler and Hawkinson? Would he be like the low end, like 23? Would you
I
feel
hope not. I feel bad for you if Nick Mullins, if you're at that point.
you might
But I
have had
mean,
CJ Stroud?
at this point, I mean, some people are, and you've got to. But I mean, I'm sorry for you if you got to start Nick Mullins, man. I'm not saying anything good about Nick Mullins.
I'd be more confident with him because of the weapons than I would be with like CJ Stroud or maybe even Joe Flacco because he's managing and he's got points that first week. Last week was he still got points. I'd probably play Joe Flacco. Okay, the Commanders versus the Jets. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Who cares?
Okay, if you got to play guys, I'm sorry you're gonna play McLaurin, Brees. Good luck. It's ugly. I don't even know who the Jets is. Are the Jets starting Simeon this? I don't even know. Or Zach Wilson? I don't even know. Garrett Wilson, you're probably gonna start because his name is Garrett Wilson, right?
No,
Okay,
well,
the end.
you know what? I might start Dontavius Wicks over Garrett Wilson.
Wahoo wow wahoo. Okay, sorry Commander. Sorry Jets. Maybe next year. Seahawks at the Titans after the upset win of the Eagles. The Seahawks are going against the kicked out of the playoffs and possibly Will Levis-less Titans, who it sounds like might be without Derrick Henry next year. So if you're in Dynasty, get some sharp. But and guess who scored for? Guess who the best receiver for the Seahawks was last week? JSN.
Yeah, that's right. Got that late touchdown. What's up?
So are you looking at JSN or DeAndre Hopkins? They're probably about the same.
I think they're about the same. I would probably favor JSN because I'm a bigger fan of him than the Hawkins. But and plus, if they don't have, if Levis doesn't play and they got Malik Willis in there, oh jeez, I feel bad. I,
Oh, I didn't even think about that. But I will say what you did was a good point for fantasy people looking at like hints, tips, really. Like if there's two guys that are that close, choose the guy you like. It's fantasy. It's
yeah.
fun, right? Like, what? Don't sit there and go, "Oh yeah, this guy's splitting hairs." If it's that
And the
close,
best,
like I really
and
think
the
they
best
are.
thing about fantasy, if he burns you, you can hate him, and you don't have to have him on your team next year. So it's all good.
You lost $100. Okay. Oh, now we're going to the 4 o'clock slate. There are 3 games. The Jaguars, who all of a sudden suck, versus the Buccaneers, who are decent-ish. Do the Buccaneers continue to roll? Do they roll over the Jaguars? And a possible, I think in my haze, Trevor Lawrence, is he?
I'm not really sure what they've said about him yet, but I think the Buccaneers stand a chance. I think they can beat him here. I'm not. Jaguars have been a
Concussion.
huge disappointment. So I'm going to go Buccaneers.
Rashad White or ETN?
Rashad White.
Oh, receivers. Any Jaguars receiver? No, right?
No.
Chris Godwin ready to start this week
No.
after last week's explosion. Ooh.
Well, yeah, you're going to start him now. Be like, yeah, old Chris Godwin is back, but cool. It was 1 game out of 15. You know what? Chris Godwin might be that guy I don't draft next year because I don't like.
The other 4 o'clock game, Cardinals and Bears, a battle of 2 quarterbacks who could possibly be on your team because you got Kyler to keep, and then you got Fields, who might not be with their team next year. You're still in the playoffs. You're in a 1 quarterback league. Who are you playing?
That's a very tough question. I want to say Justin Fields, but I think it's close. I think it's close enough to say what you just said a couple minutes ago. Play who you like. If you like Justin Fields better, go with Justin Fields. I mean, there's a very good chance he can go off for 30 points. It's not like it can't happen. Just
55
like
what he did last year.
yeah, I mean it's and Kyler Murray's the same thing, but also these guys can give you like 10 points. So good
Yeah.
luck.
I'd go Kyler. I think you'd go Fields. I like Fields a lot, but Kyler's my fantasy guy, so I think that's how we split,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I
Okay.
mean Fields. I got a lot of Fields, so I can't say go against Fields right now.
What should be, but it probably won't be, the best game of the day is the 425 Cowboys at the Dolphins. Cowboys pretty much pooped the bed and got obliterated last week. The Dolphins can't beat teams that are good, and they're playing a good team, but the Cowboys can't play on the road. Tyreek might be back. If not, they've got Waddle who exploded, but CD is a great quarterback, a great receiver. Dak pooped the bed. Tua is an average fantasy quarterback, but looks really good in real life. What's going to give in this game? I mean, you're starting everybody, but what's your prediction for this game? Is it going to be a big letdown? Are we going to finally have? We've had games like this all year, and they've pretty much most of them have been terrible.
I,
Christmas Miracle, where it's a good game and the Dolphins win, right? I'm wearing my Dolphins ugly Christmas sweater. I could even turn on the lights. I could start blinking right now. Maybe.
I mean, I think that the Cowboys revert back to the
Me
earlier
too.
Cowboys. I'm looking for a shootout here. I think I mean would like a nice what 33-30 game. I think that would be fantastic. I think that's what it is. I think it'd be something around those lines.
And I'm blinking now. Those of you that are watching on YouTube, I have my ugly Miami Dolphins sweater. The lights are on. My Miami Dolphins hat. I am ready for ugly Miami Dolphins Christmas and hopefully a present because the last time they played on Christmas, they got pummeled. Tyreek's back. It could be a really good game. I think you're right. I mean, it should be. Tony Pollard's the guy I'm writing for my dud for the week, though. So it's going to be Cowboys passing and then Miami wherever they can squeeze through the Cowboys because the Cowboys could pass unless my boy Ramsey plays like Ramsey's learned to play recently. So Patriots at the Broncos. Thank goodness that's Christmas Eve. We can go to bed and sleep and dream of sugar plums because that's going to be a terrible game. I will say sneaky tight end pickup for this week. Hunter Henry. Bailey Zappi's number one target has been scoring touchdowns galore. So if you're looking for a tight end you've been streaming, Hunter Henry might be the guy to play. That's all I got for that game. Anything for you?
Just got a headache after you said that. I'm not
But it
sure.
makes sense, right?
Well, that's going to be that has a possibility of being the worst game of the year.
Are you sure? You forgot that the night. What was the other terror? There was some terror. The
Yeah,
Commanders and Jets.
I don't think it'd be that bad. It could. I think it could be an ugly game, but I mean, I think it could still be exciting. But I don't know. I'm not excited about this.
Spoiler alert for the week. Also, my sleeper of the week is Wicks, and my dud of the week is Pollard. Okay, Monday, Christmas Day. Raiders at the Chiefs. What do you look at? You don't like those?
No, poor Raiders.
Poor Raiders, poor Raiders. And so we're looking at the Chiefs probably to get back on track in Kansas City. Rashee Rice, is he a wide receiver one at this point?
I think he's
Or really
passing
high
Mahomes.
too?
Yeah, I think he's passing Mahomes wide receiver one, but I don't know if he's wide receiver one yet. But he's borderline, and he's almost there.
Uh, take some cojones to start Tucker this week.
Cojones, yeah, I guess you could say that.
I wouldn't start. Okay, Giants and Eagles. Eagles are going to be mad, and the Giants are really bad. So you don't start any Giants, and you start your Eagles. I'm a poet. I don't know it, and the Eagles are going to steal Christmas from the Giants.
And you're going to start Swift, but I think you're going to be sweating it the whole time, right?
Swift got 12 points in our one league where I got to start him this week. Last week, I was like, oh, I'll take that out of a guy who's you didn't draft to be your RB1, but he ends up being like your RB2 or 3. I'd take that. That's at this point with running backs, man, that's what you got to take, especially versus the Giants. I'll roll that. That'll be sweet. I like it. So the night game, I take it back. This Christmas Day night game could be the game of the week. Ravens at the 49ers. So I thought Dolphins, Cowboys, but man, Ravens, 49ers, Christmas night, that's amazing. We're locked and loaded. Give me a bold prediction. I mean, you're starting your guys there. You're going to start your Ravens quarterback, Ravens tight end, all your 49ers guys. Zay Flowers maybe at a flex. Give me a bold prediction about this game because there's nothing really that we can change the world about this game.
I
It should
think
be.
the I think the 49ers might roll here. I think it's going to be. I think this could be. I don't want to say a blowout, but I think this could be like a legitimate like statement win. I hope not because I need Lamar. I really need Lamar, so I can't root back. I can't be rooting
I don't
against
care anymore.
Baltimore.
Lamar
I
did me in.
do.
He did me in.
I need Lamar right now. But I think the 49ers go in and make us and win big.
Wow. Sorry, there's some coal for you, Ravens fans.
But
Another one of those.
I'm still rooting for Lamar Jackson though. Either way, I'm still rooting for him.
Yeah. So Wednesday, what we'll do next Wednesday is we'll do about a half show, 20-minute rundown of last week and 20-minute into the next week. No listener questions. Getting you in the championship week. JJ Wang, get us into the. Is this the quarterfinals? Right? I always get them wrong.
Yeah,
Quarterfinals. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it's Christmas. The playoffs. I mean, you got one or two more games left. Now is not the time to get cute. Don't start some random
KJ
guy.
Osborne.
Yeah, KJ on Trey Sermon. Let's be true to ourselves here. It's Christmas. You don't want a random start guy to ruin your Christmas for your family, for yourself. It could just be bad. So just sometimes you just gotta play it safe. Just roll with what you got you there. So as always, trust yourself and trust the process. And Merry
Oh,
Christmas.
oh, oh.